Good morning, everybody. Thank you to the 76,000 people who came forward for testing to 8 p.m. last night. That is an outstanding response, especially on a weekend. Unfortunately, New South Wales still recorded 98 cases of community transmission. 20 of those were infectious in the community. And please remember, that 20 number is the number we're really keen to nudge. We need to get ahead of that number in order to reduce the cases in the community, and the closer we get that number to zero is a signal that we can end the lockdown. So can I stress that it's really, really important for people to get tested when they have the mildest of symptoms, or even if you don't have symptoms but you live in a particular area and you're leaving for work, please make sure you follow the testing guidelines. It's so important for that to occur. Unfortunately, more than 2/3 of those cases are still in southwestern Sydney. And can I please stress, and I know this has impacted many families, that sometimes you don't even need to have symptoms to give the virus to your loved ones. So please, you might think you're doing the right thing by visiting a relative or going into another household. Please don't. We're seeing so many cases of families going through distress because they're moving from household to household thinking they're doing the right thing. But unfortunately, even when you don't have symptoms, you might not know you're carrying the virus. And as the health experts say, this variant, this Delta strain of the virus, makes you more likely to be transmissible or to be contagious or to spread it. So I can't say that enough. Please know, stick to your household, don't move between households. And please make sure you keep those you love the most safest. We're just seeing so many examples of entire households getting the virus and in distress because those that are closest to them are getting the virus because they've unintentionally or by mistake, unfortunately, spread the virus. And we really want to see that stop. And I don't want to see families and individuals go through the guilt and the distress and see loved ones impacted by what is, as Dr. Chance says every day, a very serious illness. So can I please get that message out as strongly as I can? I also know this week there will be special celebrations around Al-Adha, and I just ask families to please know, as hard as it is, I mean, I haven't seen my parents for a month, and I know that's very small compared to what a lot of families are going through. But I just ask everybody to please think about their loved ones. You might think you're doing the right thing, but we just need families to stay in their family home and not move from household to household because, unfortunately, too many people are getting sick from that. And the second highest example of transfer of the virus at this stage is in workplaces. That's why we've put those rules around workplaces in particular. That's why we've had to ask some businesses to down tools until July 30, because workplaces, unfortunately, not only spread the virus to colleagues, but potentially spread the virus to other communities because people from different areas are coming together at a workplace. And now some of these workplaces have been workplaces where people need to go to. And fortunately, we haven't seen a huge transfer to patrons, but definitely through work colleagues. So please, if we can just stress, be extra careful in relation to workplaces and also in relation to your own family members who don't live in your household. These are two areas we really need to focus on. And I'm convinced if we work together, we will see that number go down. We won't see the effect of the harsher, even though we've been in hard lockdown, we won't see the effect of the harsher restrictions for another 4 or 5 days. But I know they're there to be had if all of us stick together and work hard. And I also wanted to stress today that if you've been impacted in the last 3 weeks or in the last few days by decisions the government has made in relation to your personal work situation or your business, please know the help is there. So please know, if you're an individual, go through Services Australia to get those disaster payments, those immediate payments that come to you. And please go to Service New South Wales, and we understand there have been tens of thousands of people already on the phones this morning, and we ask for your patience. But if you're a business, please go to Service New South Wales to get the assistance you need to get those grants coming through. We know this is a difficult time for so many. We know that. All of us are in this together, and I just ask everybody to stick with it and to be as patient as you can. But please know, no matter what you're going through, there is help for you. And no matter what you're going through, chances are there are other people in our community going through the same stresses. I know New South Wales is up for the task. I know we can beat this thing, but it does mean us listening to those messages provided every day and making sure all of us are doing the right thing.